Triflings, I'm Trice. Are you tired of chasing love? Do you feel like you keep falling short? Well, I'm going to show you how to fix that and give you 6 easy ways to charm the pants off anybody so they will chase you. The first way to charm the pants off anybody is to be the provider of sparkling conversation. Now, how do you do that? It's much simpler than you think. And it only takes a teeny bit of prep time, like 2 minutes. As a bartender, the shifts were 12 hours long. And I noticed quite quickly that small talk wore thin. So I found this super trick of turning small talk into interesting conversation. I would think of a couple questions. Hey, what did you have for dinner last night? What did you dream of being when you were a kid? These kind of questions, they're a little bit offbeat. They're a little bit out of the norm, but people would rather answer those questions than what do you do for a living? How was your day? The most important thing about the question is that you are curious about the answer because people can feel when you are listening to them, and there is no sexier elixir of life than being heard. I would dare say that's what they want the most, to be heard and to be seen. If I was thinking of going on a trip, I would ask people where they have traveled to and what did they like about it. Anything that piqued my curiosity, I would offer up as a form of conversation. This sounds super obvious, but most time we get stuck in the rut of just saying, so how was your week? Anything new? Where do you work? Boring. And that will lead to boring conversations. Now, if you find that somebody's running away, you might be doing this. The second tip to charm the pants off anybody is to stop complaining. If your objects of desire are zipping away from you, ask yourself if you've been complaining. And it doesn't have to be big things like, my life never works out for me. I have these friends and we have so much in common. They like fashion, they like art projects. However, spending just an hour with these people makes me want to die. And it's not because they say anything over dramatic. No, it is death by 1,000 paper cuts. And it was only my husband that pointed it out to me when I was like, oh my gosh, why do I feel so drained after I hang out with him? And he said, honey, it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. Oh, this chicken wasn't cooked good enough. Oh, the temperature is a tad too hot. Oh, there's not a good parking space. These are small, teeny things, but they nag on optimism. They nag on charm and rainbows in your life, and they put a black cloud over you. So really reflect and ask yourself, pick that person in your mind that you adore and want to be around, and you want them to be around you. Have you been complaining or needing or wanting around them? If you have, I recommend trying this experiment for 7 days, and 7 days only. Wear a little rubber band around your wrist, and when you find yourself complaining, pull it back and give yourself a snap as a reminder not to do that. I used to think if I didn't voice my complaint, then I wouldn't be being honest. I wouldn't be being real. That's absolutely not true. If you don't voice your complaint, it will drift off into the world of the forgotten. It will pass like clouds in the sky, and you won't even remember that you thought it. It's actually giving oxygen to it, giving repeated airtime to it, which makes it elaborate into something so big that people want to run away from. Now, if you haven't been complaining and they're still running away, just sprinkle on a little bit of this. If you want to charm the pants off anybody, add a little mystery. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you only need 2 things to charm anyone or attract anyone: their interest in you and your interest in them. And to ignite their interest in you, you just sprinkle on a little mystery. Now, this does not mean that you have to walk around and cloak or be super secretive. Quite the contrary. Even though I have a YouTube channel and I prattle on about so many zillion things in my life, I have gotten so many comments on my necklace. People want to know, what does it say? What does your necklace say, Trice? A hint of mystery. I had a friend who would wear this red string around her wrist, and it just captivated me so, and I wanted to know why she wore that red string. Mystery. It evoked my curiosity. Now, you can add mystery in intentionally, and I will show you how. But first, if you have your eyes set on somebody and you find them running away, you might have made the cardinal mistake of breaking this rule. People do that by oversharing, and oversharing usually comes from desperation. Where are you going to be tonight? Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me? It does not give the person any space to come towards you. All things are energy, and all energy must keep a balance. So if my energy is out of whack by running towards you and insisting on something, then you would have no choice but to run away. For example, let me do it right now. Hi guys, please watch my channel, like, subscribe. Oh my gosh, you're gonna find so many good things here. Do you see that just comes off as freaking desperate rather than saying, you wanna know how I got my husband to propose in 93 days? Okay, I'll tell you that later. I'm still sharing information, but they come off in a very different way. So how do you add more mystery to your persona without being fake? Two ways are very easy. First, think of qualities that you possess that are at odds or generally don't go together. For example, I'm a financial planner that likes to do financial planning in party dresses. Or when the object of your affection asks you what you're doing, you could say something more general. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I got a couple ideas that I'm pretty excited about. Now the next one is super simple, but it might make you mad. The fourth way to charm the pants off anybody is to smile more often. Now, before you get all hateful and stuff, I know this is a very American thing to smile. I'm not saying fake it. I'm just saying don't walk around being a grumpy. Now, we're gonna do a quick experiment. I see you at a party. I'm not gonna change my outfit or my hair, anything. I'm just gonna walk myself up to you in two different ways. Here's way one. Hi. My name is Trice. Another day in paradise. Yep. Now, option two. Hi, I'm Trice. It's just another day in paradise. Don't you think so? I have experienced this on my own skin. Seeing people that are just in a good mood or happy or gregarious puts me in a good mood. That's why I'm attracted to them. It could have nothing to do with what they look like, nothing to do with their intelligence, simply that joy, happiness is attractive. It is contagious, and it makes you like a moth to the flame. I'm not advocating plastering on a smile if you had a traumatic life event. It just helps to get you out of a little funk. This next tip, oh my gosh, guys, it is so fun, and it's going to make people run to you. The fifth way to charm the pants off anybody is to dress the part. Now in America, I know the new art form is yoga pants and t-shirts. And I'm saying, if that's you, you are doing yourself a disservice. Clothes have a way of speaking for you. Clothes have a way of being sassy, of being bold, of being provocative, of being intriguing without you opening your mouth at all. And this doesn't mean you have to walk around looking like Barbie. Just a little something will set you apart from the crowd. My honey bunny, he has about 4 or 5 outfits in general, but he always changes his pocket square. Sometimes it's pink with polka dots and sometimes it's striped. And everybody says how amazing he looks all the time. It's not because he has this colossal wardrobe. It's not because he's dropped $10 million. It's the pocket square. That is the only thing that's changing. That's his little flair, his little joie de vivre, his peacock feather, so to speak. So if you want people to chase you, give them something to look at. And people don't look at things that are just pretty or beautiful. They look at things that are interesting. I find myself just admiring people left and right down the street in New York City thinking, wow, they did that really good. So even if you're not a fashionista, like my mother's not a fashionista, but she has this lovely row of rings that she always wears, and they are intriguing. You can tell that there is a story about them because there's a whole stack of them. Having something unique or personal about your style, even if it's super simple, helps you pop out of that crowd of sweatpants and t-shirts to look like the sparkling individual that you are, make people curious and want to know more. Now, if you're bold enough to do that, you might be brave enough to do this. The sixth way to charm the pants off anybody is to just sprinkle in some love and affection into all your conversations. I'm going to tell you a secret about myself, guys. Sometimes I'm walking down the street, I'll see an old man, and I'll just wink at him because it's fun. You should see their reaction. They pop back, their heart beats faster. It makes them happy. And it makes me happy making them happy. It's a bit flirtatious. It's a bit bold. Don't worry. They're not going to run up and ask for your number. But if you get a little bit more playful, being a little seductive, a little sassy, spreading affection wherever you go, you are going to be contagious. I didn't realize I was consciously doing this, but I play this game with my family called improv, and you reduce every family member down to 3 characteristics. Like my Uncle Jerry is such a backseat driver, he would always be telling you how to do something. He doesn't have kids, but he would tell you how to raise your kids. That's what his character would do. And I was like, well, I can't think of what my character does. And my cousin goes, oh, Trice, I already know what your character does. Your character would be trying to kiss all the other characters, giving them love and affection. I didn't see it from inside myself, but I realized this is what attracts a lot of people to me. They feel loved around me because I truly just love sharing love. Most people do. I'm sure you do. You've just cut yourself off from the awesomeness of feeling seen. You see, if you want people to chase you and love you, you got to show them something that's worth seeing. And usually that comes down to your vulnerability, your willingness to be real. And sharing love and affection can be vulnerable. Now, if you've been trying to jump on this person that's been running away, obviously blowing them a kiss is probably not going to help. You need to go back and play that mystery card. But on the other hand, if you have dared yet to even show your intentions, start with the mailman. It's a muscle that does good every time you use it. If you like this type of video, will you do me a huge favor and sprinkle some love on that like button? It helps me more than you know to make my channel grow. And until next time, my darling earthling, ciao. See you next Wednesday.